Hi guys, so since you've last seen it, cracked on and done a bit more with the Proteus. Put on the Night Lord doors. Let's get a close up on those. Pretty much fit quite well, apart from I had to do a little bit of jigging about to get the doors to fit in perfectly. I had to cut the grooves a little bit deeper into the door, jimmy the actual back of the tank a little bit. As you can see, there's a great big magnet in the middle of the sponson mounts on both sides. Took a Dremel to that, and on the top as well you can see that I've put on the hatch, which comes in two pieces, the cupola around the bottom and the actual hatch at the top. And there's a little magnet on the side here, which is for the top mounted heavy bolter and or rather melter. Haven't put the dozer blade on the front yet. What I have put on is these two little pieces here. The set list, the part list, has them listed as torsion bars, and I could not for the life of me work out where they were supposed to go. So I rang Forge World and went, help, and they said, yeah, sorry about that, it's a printing error, it should say tow bars. They go on the front panel just below where the devotional Aquila would go. Obviously no Aquila on mine. Still haven't green stuffed that gap full yet, I'll do that in a bit. This is actually solid. It's sunk into pretty much a lake of super glue. That's why I love using thick super glue. You can actually gap fill with it, so that's going nowhere. And also these front extra bits of armour here and here, which come on the inside of the sponson mounts. So that is what's happened with the tank so far, and that's ready to be primed. So sprayed with Games Workshop Purity Seal and then with Chaos Black. The track is all being done separately, again sprayed with the Purity Seal and then Chaos Black. To show you what I meant about the magnets as well, that is the heavy bolter, and as you can see I've sunk a magnet. Wasn't quite big enough, there's a step there, you see. The bottom wasn't quite big enough to get the whole of my smallest magnet in, but it doesn't look too bad, and it fits perfectly onto there. So if you get weapon destroyed, you can take it off, or if you just fancy using, instead of a heavy bolter, something a little more tank killing, the multi-melter, I've done exactly the same thing, sunk a magnet into the bottom and it goes on just as easily. Doesn't come off, give it a shake, so it's going to stay on there, and then weapon destroyed, bomb, gone. So nice and easy there. The sponsons, assembling those, Forge World have been really quite clever about how the sponsons go together. Comes in several pieces, and that is your basic set for putting the sponsons together. The actual sponson mount has on the back these two little locating holes, which go into the two holes there, quite obviously. The idea of this, if you're like me and you haven't got magnets, is the mount itself, this part comes through here. If you glue the outside of the mount, not the inside, pop the mount and then glue here into the actual bracket, you can then have a rotating mount, because this part is captivated underneath and will rotate. And obviously that little nub there locates into that gap there to give you your front armour when the sponson goes on. That combined with the extra armour plate there gives you quite a meaty looking sponson. And in true Blue Peter fashion, here's one that I assembled earlier and magnetised, so the actual thing is still captivated and can spin completely. the magnets will spin against each other from the way I've magnetised mine. The locator nubs still go into the holes, but again, for weapon destroyed results, magnet holds it in place. It's actually, because of that magnet, a little harder to rotate, so the weight of the actual las cannon in the sponson isn't going to pull it down at all. And then to lock the actual cannon in and still give it that rotating that way, we have these bits. So the gun sight that goes on the top, the power supply through the bottom, and an auxiliary power supply that goes from gun to gun. And these, as you can just about see on here and on there, I've got a little step cut into them, so they mount into the top. Can we get that into focus? Of the gun, just into there and into there, so they form a pin through there, which in theory, if you glue it properly, won't need pinning. I'm paranoid, I will probably still pin it anyway myself. But that is the sponsons and the assembly on the Proteus so far. The next time you see it, guys, it will hopefully have the startings of some paint across it. So that's it assembled, obviously bar the sponsons, magnetised and customised with my doors. Thanks for watching, guys, and what I'm going to go do now is prime it. So put on a layer of Games Workshop Purity Seal, just in case I've missed any bits of sealing of mould release when I cleaned it, and then prime the whole lot to Chaos Black. And that's the tank, the weapons, the track pieces, which again I've said I've kept separate so I can get into all of here, paint separately, it's just easier. So I will put a video up next time when you see it. Probably I'll do the next video as a base coat rather than fully painted, just so you can see how it's getting on. Thanks for watching, guys. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and as a handy help and tip, if you ever get stuck building a Forge World kit, just give them a phone call. They are really nice guys. The chap I was speaking to actually went off to find the guy who sculpted this originally, because he had no idea where it went either. Really obscure, but works quite well. Thanks again, guys. Chat to you later. Bye.